Hey, house guests, welcome to today's Big Brother 25 updates and spoilers. Happy Monday, maybe. Our house guest of the day is Yvonne Rodriguez. Thank you so much for the amazing Halloween card for Shawnee. Um, this is his one of, well, I guess it's not his total favorite, but maybe it is. It's his favorite holiday of the year. We'll just say it. So thank you so much for thinking of him, and thank you for the support as always. And if you guys want to be house guests of the day, we still have some time left. So check out our Patreon link in the box below, or send a Halloween card to my amazing brother. And before we get started, I also want to say thank you to our super chatters from Saturday, because that's another fantastic way to support our channel. So Jefferson Tucker, Wendy Will, Gail Murphy Comedy, and Mary Ellen L. Thank you all so much for your super chats. All right. So where did we leave off the other day? What was going on? Well, they had just had the power veto competition, and guess what? Jag won again. Who could have seen that coming? Yeah, he was planning on leaving Sari and Felicia up on the block. And when we left off the other day, Matt was wanting Felicia out, but Jag and Bowie have their sights set on Sari. And Jag seemed pretty confident that he would be able to convince Matt to just be cool with it. I feel like he's the Countess. Just be cool. Don't be all like uncool. Um, yeah, he thinks that he's going to be able to convince Matt to be cool with Sari going. And I was like, really? But oof, we'll get there. But Jag and Bowie were waiting until after the power veto to really start pushing this plan with Matt. Well, the veto's over, so get ready. But Matt was already promising Sari that she's going to be safe this week. She's going to the final four, and that he's not going to let anything happen to her. Okay, well, we'll check in about 5 minutes and see if that's still the case. But on the other side of things, Felicia was really hoping that Jag would use the power veto on one of them, and that Bowie would go up by default, right? There's no other option. If the veto is used, it would have to be going up on the block. Did I say Bowie? It would have to be Bowie going up on the block, and then they could just vote her out. No, it's not gonna happen. But Felicia says Jag is really gonna have to show his hand here. And is he gonna be loyal to the final four that he's supposed to have with Matt, Suri, and Felicia, excuse me, or is he gonna stay loyal to Bowie? Bowie for sure. I mean, Jag and Bowie just struck a final two deal the other day. But Felicia said if Jag does not use the veto on either her or Sari, she's not going to vote for Jag to win in the end. All right. I mean, what if it's Jag and Bowie in the final two? I don't think she's going to be voting for Bowie, so she may be going back on that. But anyway, the feeds went down for a bit again on Saturday afternoon, and we were all wondering, what is this? I thought it was going to be videos from home, but it was not. It was a luxury competition, and it was Halloween themed, so we should be getting some Halloween content on tomorrow night's episode. We can be thankful for that, right? But because of this competition, or as a result of this competition, Matt won $5,000. And that's great for him, yay. But it sounds like Jag did a lot to help Matt win this money. Okay, bros will be bros, right? Well, as a result of that, Bowie appeared to be feeling some type of way after the competition. And Jag was like, are you mad at me? And Bowie's like, I'm not mad. I'm just disappointed. No, I'm not mad. I'm just furious. That's a theater cam quote. But no, in all seriousness, Bowie says, I'm not mad. I just thought that we were a three. Apparently, she thought that her, Jag, and Matt were all helping each other in this competition, right? But no, Jag was really only helping Matt. Yikes! I'm sorry, but like, wake up, Totinos. You've been playing for third place this whole time, doing whatever your hungry guys wanted, and now this is what you're faced with, right? I mean, she does have that final two with Jag, but I'm wondering still if that was just Jag trying to cover his ass if Bowie wins the final HOH, and he wants to guarantee that Bowie will take him to the end instead of Matt, and maybe Jag would still take Matt if it's up to him. I don't know. But in any case, it's not a great idea to go to the final three with two bros, right? Two broskies. So Jag is reassuring Bowie, We are a 3. I do not want you to doubt that. Bowie admits it was a bit concerning, because it seems like he did a lot to help Matt win that competition. And Jag says, oh, I just owed Matt for the Buddy Games POV when Jag won money, because he says Matt could have taken the money from me, but instead Matt took a punishment. Do you remember that, when Matt took the Josh Duhamel punishment because he thought that he was going to be hanging out with Josh Duhamel? But Jag says that's why I did it. Not for any other reason, not because we're like BFFs and we're going to the end together. Sure. But Bowie says, I'm not mad. I don't believe that either. All right. So anyway, Jag and Bowie check in again a little later in the kitchen. And Jag says, I just want to make sure that we still agree that Cirie has to go this week, right? Because they've been talking about that ever since Matt won HOH. But Jag wants to make sure that they're on the same page before he starts pushing this to Matt, right? He wants to make sure that this is actually what they want. So they do. They talk about how well Cirie did in the POV competition, apparently. They don't like that, right? They don't want a threat of anyone else potentially winning a competition besides one of their 3. So they're suspecting that Cirie has thrown some of the other competitions. And it's funny because Jag kept bringing up the double eviction HOH that Bowie won and saying, like, I think Cirie threw that. You were telling her to throw that. Remember that whole plan of like everyone throws HOH to Bowie so that she could take the shot at America? What? All right. But anyway, Bowie says that Corey told her Cirie won the mole. No. I'm sure Corey told her about how Cirie won the traitors, though. But Jag says we really need to push to Matt how well Cirie did in that POV competition. And we need to tell him if we want to make it to the final 3 together, we're going to need to win this next HOH competition. Matt cannot compete. So it's going to have to be either Jag or Bowie winning. And they feel more confident going up against Felicia than they would against Cirie. So they're really going to be pushing this with Matt. And Bowie's like, sounds great. But at the same time, if Felicia stays, she's worried that somebody's going to be tempted to keep Felicia around and bring her to the final 3. And Jag's like, no, it's definitely not going to happen. Like, you don't have to worry about that. Felicia will be next. Okay. I do believe that he's not planning on taking Felicia to the end. I think he would cut Felicia next if it's up to him, because he feels pretty confident that he's going to win against either Matt or Bowie. So Bowie is wondering, do you think Matt has a final 2 with Cirie? And Jag's like, you know what? Those 2 have been very close for a long time. But he thinks even if Matt does have a final 2 with Cirie, he feels like Matt is more loyal to their final 3. Unfortunately. Okay. And Jag says if Matt pushes back against Cirie going, that's just going to solidify even more that Cirie has to go. And Jag says we're the only 2 voting this week. So it's up to us what we want to do. Yay. All right. So then they discuss the luxury competition again and how Jag was helping Matt win. And Bowie admits it did make her doubt that final 2 deal that she's supposed to have with Jag. But Jag is reassuring her about their final 2. And he makes it seem like helping Matt win that money was basically like a consolation prize for Matt. If Jag wins the final HOH and ends up cutting Matt and bringing Bowie to the final 2. But I would not trust anything that Jag says. How many allies has he turned on at this point? Yeah. So anyway, a little later, Jag chats with Matt in the HOH room, and it's time for Jag to make his pitch for why Cirie should go this week. So Jag says the only thing that matters at this point is winning the competitions. I mean, you should probably care about jury management too, but he doesn't. So yeah, he says it's all about the competitions. And he says, I really want to win this next HOH, right? It's fine if Bowie wins it too, but it's better if I win it. And then he says for the veto, it could be me, you, or Bowie winning that. Jag says he trusts that if Bowie wins the power veto, she will keep both of them safe. Or, if one of them is safe already, she'll keep the other one safe. she wants to go to the final three with them. So Matt's like, yeah, for sure. All right. So then they're talking about how Cirie and Felicia can't really offer them anything at this point, right? They could say, oh, if I win HOH, I'm not going to put you up, but it doesn't matter, right? Because next week is all about the power of veto. The HOH winner is basically just safe for the week, right? They don't really have power unless they also win the veto. So again, Jag is saying next week it comes down to the comps, and he says we just have to beat Felicia and Cirie. So Jag asks Matt, who do you think between the two is a stronger competitor? And Matt says, Felicia. This is not what Jag is hoping for. But Matt says, Felicia has performed better than Cirie in a lot of competitions. Plus, Felicia knows the game better. She knows how this all works at the end. But Jag is like, no. Jag starts to make the argument that Felicia is going to be easier to beat in competitions than Cirie. He brings up how well Cirie did in the POV competition, which we haven't seen yet. We'll see it tomorrow night. And Jag says, you know what? I don't care about either of them. Okay. He says both of them are going to need to go. So before they can get too far with this conversation, Felicia comes in and interrupts. And Felicia says, I just want to see where your guys' mindset is at, right? I'm only going to be in here for 2 or 3 minutes, but I just wanted to check in and see what's up. So Jag says, I haven't really had the chance to talk to everyone yet. Like, I don't know what I'm going to do. He says he's curious to see what everyone has to say. He's expecting some like wild propositions, right? Because nobody wants to go home this week. So Jag says, I'm not dead set on using it or not using it. That's a lie. He is definitely set on not using it. But Felicia's telling Matt and Jag, it's in your hands right now, right? And she asks, if nominations stay the same, what's your plan? What are you thinking? And Jag says, well, Felicia, I've had really great conversations with you recently, very genuine. I've really enjoyed them. So I am leaning towards keeping you. So he does say, I want to hear what Cirie has to say. He hasn't talked to her yet. And he says, just between us, though, if the nominations do stay the same, I want Cirie to go. So he's making it pretty obvious what he wants here. And Matt says, if it's a tie, I break it. Okay. He didn't really say which way, but like, congratulations. So this is all Felicia needs to hear, this confirmation from Jag that he wants her to stay. She says she trusts them, and then she bounces. So after that, Matt and Jag are alone again. And Jag says, oh my God, we gave her nothing. We didn't even tell her that she's good this week. You literally told her that you want Cirie out. But okay, sure. So whatever. Back to Jag making his case. He says Felicia will be easier to beat in competitions. He says Felicia has played in 11 vetoes. Cirie has played in 5. Is she up to 5 already? Damn. But he says Felicia has played in way more competitions and lost almost all of them, right? She only won 1 competition, and it was basically a crapshoot, right? And he says she's been on the block so many times, and we have seen her play at 100%, fighting for her life, and it hasn't been that great. Whereas he feels like Cirie still has a lot left in the tank, right? She has stuff that she hasn't really showcased yet. He says Cirie has mentioned that she can turn it up when she needs to. And he says we don't know Cirie's full competition potential, right? And he feels like she's really thrown a lot of competitions. I do think that she's thrown some, but I feel like most of the stuff that she's thrown has been like the wall where she knows there's no way she's going to win. But yeah, Jag is going on and on about how Cirie is a stronger competitor than Felicia. Are they really that different competition-wise? But Matt says, I'm going to leave the decision up to you since you're going to be the one competing for HOH, not me. That's it. There's no pushback at all. So much for Matt trying to protect Cirie. He folded so easily on this. That's sad. But Matt says he doesn't really care either way. Damn. Okay, so I guess he's not a Fields anymore. But Matt even says maybe We should make this vote a tie. And then I will break the tie to keep Felicia so that if Felicia is in a position of power next week, say she wins the veto, she will feel good about me. She'll want to keep me. Is Matt serious right now? Not only is he okay with Cirie going, who he's supposed to be so close with, who he told this week that he would never put her up on the block, and then he did. But he is willing to stand up in front of her and vote her out to her face. You do know that the jury is voting for the winner, right? Like, you know how this works. So Jag shuts this down immediately because he is not going to let Matt get a leg up with Felicia. No effing way. So, yeah, he says his excuse here, though, is like, Bowie's not going to be down for that plan. Because then Bowie's going to look bad if she votes against Felicia. So he's like, no, it's not going to work. And Matt's like, oh, sorry. Okay, so then they discuss whether or not they should tell Cirie that she's going. They want to wait until at least after the power veto ceremony, but I'm sure it's going to be just like last week with Blue, where they keep pushing it back, and then they're going to eventually decide, let's just keep it a blind side. Let's not tell her at all ahead of time. Wow. Okay. Keep losing those jury votes. So then, after a while, Bowie joins Matt and Jag in the HOH room, and the guys fill her in on the plan to take out Cirie. And I put that in air quotes because she's already in on this plan, right? She already made this decision with Jag, but Matt doesn't know that. So they're acting like, oh, this is new for Bowie. Like, she's realizing Cirie should be the one to go this week. So now Jag is saying, we should keep both Cirie and Felicia feeling safe this week, right? Make them both think that they're staying, and then blindside Cirie's ass. He says that is what Cirie deserves. Matt agrees. He doesn't want any awkwardness in the house. He doesn't want all the campaigning and stuff, right? So it's better to just keep everyone comfortable. And then Jag brings up how Cirie told Riley that she was good week 2, but then Cirie never actually wanted Riley to stay. Are we really still talking about Riley right now? Stop talking about Riley! All right, so it's too much. It's ridiculous. It really is too much. Okay, so then Sunday morning, Felicia and Matt have a chat, and Matt lets her know it seems like Jag is not going to use the power of veto. And Felicia says, all right, whatever. So what's your plan for the final 3? Who do you want there? And Matt says, oh, my plan might be different than Jag's. He's trying to make it seem like he would cut Jag, but like he would not. So Felicia brings up, hey, Matt, just don't forget, you can't play for HOH next week. And she says, if I win HOH, I'll put Jag and Bowie up on the block. And this is what we were talking about before. It doesn't matter, right? It all comes down to the power veto next week. So that's all nice, that she wouldn't put him up, but like, it doesn't matter. Felicia does, however, bring up how close Jag and Bowie have gotten. For real, though. They are constantly together. And Felicia's like, if Jag wins the power veto next week, would he evict you or Bowie? If it was up to him, if it was between the two of you. Matt says, I think Jag would take Bowie all the way to the final 2. Does he really believe this, or is he just saying this to Felicia so that Felicia will think, oh, Matt's going to cut Jag? So Felicia warns Matt, do not underestimate Bowie because she can win stuff. She is coming alive here at the end. She's doing well in competitions, and she could get to the final 2. She could end up there. She could take one of your guys' spots. And if the jury is bitter, she could end up winning this whole thing. So she's definitely trying to still get that veto used and get Bowie up on the block. But Matt is not going to. First of all, Matt doesn't have the veto, right? So she should really be focusing on Jag. But also, Matt is not going to make a move that Jag does not tell him to make. All right. So a little later, Felicia does chat with Jag. She wanted to talk to him earlier, but again, Bowie is always with Felicia now. Bowie is always with Jag now. She's definitely not with Felicia all the time. But anyway, Felicia's asking Jag, what is your plan for the power veto? And Jag says, I'm leaning towards not using it. Again, he's saying he wants Cirie to go. He says Matt is on the same page now too. I talked to him like it's my you're saying because of me. Um yeah, so that's that. Matt and Cirie have a chat in the backyard. Cirie is also bringing up how Bowie has been getting super close to Jag. They're really trying to push this, trying to get Bowie up on the block. And Cirie says to Matt, "I'm rooting for you." And he says, "I'm rooting for you too. I want us to get to the end together." Sir? That is a lie. But Cerise says, if it can't be me, I want it to be you, like to win this whole thing. And she says, don't let Bowie and Jag lead you the wrong way. And Matt says, yeah, I really need to stay on top of that because I can't vote this week, right? But he says he's confident that the plan is still the same, meaning for Felicia to go because that's what they've been selling to Cirie. He is lying to her face. I'm sure she can tell too, because he's like not making all the eye contact. He's all like, yeah, it's the plan. She knows. But she says that Jag and Bowie, no, not she. Matt says, I'm all over the place. Matt says that Jag and Bowie would be pitching to him if the plan was going to change this week. And Cerie's like, well, and they haven't? And Matt's like, no, not yet. No, they haven't. Liar. Okay, so later. Big Brother gives the house guests some playing cards. They're super psyched for that. They're all having a lot of fun with that. Big Brother also gave them some wine. This is bizarre. Bowie has been acting weirdly possessive of all the alcohol. We know that Matt and Bowie each got a bottle of wine from their HOH wins, and they've been hoarding that and holding on to it because Bowie is insisting that they drink it, just the three of them, and not include Cirie and Felicia. Very, very strange vibe. She's also like portioning out the community wine that Big Brother gave them. And Felicia and Cirie are pissed that they had to split this wine with everybody when the toxic trio of Matt, Jag, and Bowie is already hoarding 2 bottles, right? I have to say, it's kind of shitty to like make them split the wine when they already have 2 bottles. Like, really? Anyway, yeah, so Bowie's being a freak leak about the wine, and Cirie and Felicia are having fun playing cards together downstairs by themselves. Meanwhile, the toxic trio is drinking upstairs and being consumed by hatred, jealousy. I don't know. They're drunk with power. They're drunk with alcohol. Lots of trash talk about Cirie and Felicia. It seems like this season, every time there's like a set target, the people targeting that person have to like vilify them so that they can feel good about what they're doing and not feel like a jerk. So that is very much happening here. And it's like so gross to watch. It is so bad. But not only are they talking crap about Cirie and Felicia, they also have to talk about how great their trio is. It is very much a holier than thou situation. It is exhausting and it makes me want to throw up. Even Big Brother has had enough of it. Every once in a while, they have to like switch the feeds off of them. I mean, it was getting so bad that they decided to show us feeds of Cirie and Felicia sleeping instead of whatever was being discussed in the HOH room because it's just nasty, very nasty. But yeah, Bowie is also pissed that Felicia has been pointing out that Bowie is now very close to Jag. She does not like that people are attempting to campaign. Anytime somebody tries to play the game and it doesn't benefit Bowie, it's just messed up, right? She doesn't like it. Bowie, who has like barely been playing this game the whole season, who has never been up on the block, and she's got a lot to say about how people want to campaign. But anyway, Bowie and Jag last night were talking about a plan to try and mess with Felicia this week and get her to spiral. They're calling it Operation Pressure Cooker. And basically, their plan is to get close with Cirie, get Felicia paranoid that Cirie may be staying this week, and get Felicia so upset and so worked up that she can't sleep at night all week. And then she's not going to perform well in the HOH competition. They also want Matt to stay up like the entire night before the eviction and the HOH and keep talking to Felicia so that she can't go to bed because Jag and Bowie want to make sure they can beat Felicia in the HOH competition. This is so gross and like unnecessary. Are they really that threatened by Felicia going into this competition? that you're gonna basically, like, torture her? It's very, very gross, odd behavior, and it's just funny how they like to talk about how they've been bullied so much this season, and then they're doing shit like this. It's just I can't. But anyway, today, Bowie, Jag, and Matt, we're still talking about Operation Pressure Cooker. So they can't just like blame it on the alcohol, like it's something they were just talking about when they were drunk, right? This is something that they actually want to do. They're really showing their asses. But they had the POV ceremony today. Jag did not use the power veto, which means Sri and Felicia remain up on the block. And now they know for certain that their asses got played by Matt and Jag, right? Those guys chose Bowie over their final four. So they know what's up at this point. But Suri was quickly getting to work. She took advantage of Felicia being in the diary room at one point. So Suri was talking to Matt and Jag in the HOH room. Suri is not messing around. She knows her time is limited here. She's bringing out the big guns. So Suri says 84 days ago, which she later corrected to 74, Riley told me to trust Jag and Matt. Stick with Jag and Matt. And Suri says, it's the best thing that has ever happened to me. Good one. She says, how cool would it be for Riley to see just that? You know, to see us sticking together to the end, to see that I trusted you both. So Suri thanks the guys, hugs them. She's thanking Riley. She's saying she loves all of them. And Matt says, yeah, I felt so much better once we got rid of America and Corey because Riley said F America and Corey before she left. And he also brings up that Riley did say to trust Suri. And Suri's like, I'm just so excited to be here with you guys, to see you in the end. She's definitely taking them for a guilt trip, but it's not really working. So anyway, she's trying though. So after Jag and Matt are alone again, and Matt says, ooh, Suri is nervous. And Jag says, yeah, I've never seen her campaign like this. Matt points out, she didn't need to. She's never really been in this position before. But they are annoyed that Suri brought up Riley. Because they feel like Suri really played Riley. She didn't want to keep her around, and she was telling Riley that she did. But Matt is like, what did Riley know anyway? She was only 10 days in. Riley had no idea what was going on behind her back, and that's why she said to trust Suri. So now it's, what did Riley know? Like, why would we listen to what Riley said? I feel like I'm actually losing my mind now. Matt has based so many game decisions on what Riley told him before she left. He had just said, oh, Riley said F America and Corey. Like, I'm so glad they're gone now. Also, you're like in love with her. You've known her for like 2 weeks. But yeah, it's a lot. It's just a lot to process. It's a lot to take in. But Jag says Suri should not be bringing Riley up because she's trying to manipulate us emotionally, and this is why she has to go. But it's okay when you do shit like that. So then Suri goes and checks in with Bowie, and Suri says, this is going to be my only pitch to you. I'm not going to chase you down. She says, no. She says, we started this game together. We have had some ups and downs, but you have always been a person that I want to go to the end of this game with. I don't know about that. But she says, we had our little mishap with Red. I've been working on rebuilding my trust with you ever since that. And Suri says, I have nothing but great thoughts and great wishes for you. It's very much like a love and light bitch. But she says, I would love to continue this game with you. And Bowie's like, oh, I've loved playing the game with you. They hug. And Bowie is like, oh, Felicia's all over the place today already. And it's only going to get worse. So she's trying to, do the whole paranoia thing with Suri and Felicia. But Suri says, I hope that I can count on your vote this week. And Bowie says, yes, absolutely. Of course. That's a big old lie. Yeah, so I mean, the rest of the afternoon so far today, Jag, Matt, and Bowie talking about how they were bullied for the first half of the game. Now they're the bullies for the second half, I guess. But I don't know. We've got 3 long days until the eviction. As of now, Cirie will be leaving, but they are lying to her. They're telling her that she's going to be good. So they are preparing her for an eviction or for a blindside. An eviction and a blindside. So that's where we're at right now. We'll see what happens over the next few days. I don't know how much campaigning is going to go down. Hello.
Oh,
Hi, Bubby.
When you were in the shower, I forgot to tell you.
What?
When Cirie went to go make her poop,
Yeah.
and they suspended the pool game that they were playing,
Yeah.
Cirie and Felicia. Felicia was walking around, and then she decided to sit down on the hammock, and she fell right down onto the bar. And she does wear little shorts under her dress.
Shirt. Okay, good. Oh, Felicia. I'm going to miss those two together. When they are getting along, they are so much fun to watch. Mm-hmm. I love them hanging out together. So I'm going to miss that for sure. But that's the game, right? So I want to thank all of our super chatters because you are all amazing. I know it's a rough week on the feeds right now, but we really appreciate you guys hanging in there with us. So Jody Cortez, thank you so much. Jody says, not Cirie, no. I know, it's a bummer. Mark Piergiallo. My brain is dying. Mark Piergiallo, thank you so much. Randall Westgard, thank you so much. We appreciate it. Susan Pengelly, thank you so much. A lot of Canadians representing.
Yeah.
We love you, Canada.
Look, I'm jagging.
Yeah, Mom's going like this right now. Don't blame me. Benjamin, thank you so much. Benjamin asks, do you think that Cirie threw the double eviction HOH, and do you see Jag evicting Matt at Final Four? I think he low-key wants Felicia and Bowie in the Final Three with him. Honestly, okay, so do I think that Cirie... My brain is honestly dying. Do I think that Cirie threw the double eviction HOH? I don't think so. I think she really was going for it. I think when she
sensed that she was in danger.
Yeah, and she wanted to make the move. She legit wanted to put up Matt and Jag. Now, I think she panicked when she heard that she was in the lead during the competition and she started getting in her own head, and that's when she started getting a lot of questions wrong. But I don't think that she threw it. And then do I see Jag evicting Matt at Final Four? I don't know. I think he's more likely to cut Matt at the Final Three, but I don't think he would be mad if Felicia or Bowie were to cut Matt at the Final Four. I think he would be like, yes, I didn't have to be the one to do it. I am benefiting from this, but I don't know that he would be the one to do it at that point. It's an interesting idea. I mean, it's definitely possible because we know that Jag is not afraid to turn on friends, right? Mm-hmm. So it is possible.
He doesn't have to do it outright.
Yes. So I think he's definitely on board for someone else doing it, but I don't think he will do it until it's Final Three, Final Three to Final Two.
He knows what needs to be done, but he wants somebody else to do it.
Right. Nanita Madrano, thank you so much. Nanita says, bye, Cirie. Great sign language in the DR. I freaking loved Cirie's DR last night, giving everybody the finger. Do I care if it's petty? No. Go off, queen. Shane Wright, thank you so much. John MH302, thank you so much as always. Mary Ellen L, thank you so much. David Cushmore, thank you for the super chat. And David asks, is Cirie going to be evicted this week? It does seem that way. Yeah. And is there a Halloween episode of Big Brother tomorrow night? Yes, it is on tomorrow night at 8 p.m. And I do think there will be some Halloween content because that little luxury competition they had was Halloween themed. I'm not sure if the veto was Halloween themed, but we'll find out, right? So yeah, I'm a little bit bummed that we're going to have to work on Halloween on this show. I was really hoping to just relax, eat some vegan Reese's, watch Dancing with the Stars Halloween night, because that's going to be lit.
Oh, yeah.
I'm excited for that. But this, we have to do as well. So, I hope they give them some costumes or something tomorrow for the live feeds. They friggin' better. Minnie Joda, thank you so much for the super chat. And they said, wouldn't that be exciting if Matt convinced Jag and Bowie to split the vote, then blindside them and evict Felicia? It would be wild, but honestly, I don't see Matt going against Jag's wishes. I think he's fully on board at this point for Cirie to go. And I think the more that Cirie brings up Riley, the more Matt is going to want her out. So I think Matt is fully on board to take out Suri. Even if it was a tie, I think he would vote her out, which is wild. But he's playing Jag's game, so that's where we're at. But I want to thank you all so much for being here. I hope you're getting ready for tomorrow. Spooky Halloween.
Scary.
Yes, I love Halloween. So yeah, we'll be back tomorrow. Hope you all have a great evening. And until next time, much love. Bye, everybody. Happy pre-Halloween. Bye. Bye.